The group that appeared in the National Center, the Village Center for Performing Arts, the United States Air Force Defense Command Awards, and numerous other nominations across the region. Congratulations, Suits and Siren. Visiting Goldsboro, number 0, Christopher Clark. Number 1, Tyree Arts. Number 2, Darius Best. Number 4, Douglas Williams. Number 21, Jonathan Johnson. And now, for your very own Thank you.
Good Saturday afternoon. Welcome to Potomac High School here in Dumfries. We are all set to go for this ECBL matchup. The Park City Dreamers against the Goldsboro Wings. Justin Richards and Rusty Bird on the call. Rusty, didn't know if we'd be saying this at the beginning of the season, but Dreamers going for their fourth win in a row this afternoon.
I know. It's really exciting. And this is a team that they can beat. They should be able to do some work against Goldsboro. Now, Goldsboro has three victories, and our Dreamers have 4, so they're right by each other in the standings. But with this home court advantage and the athletes we have, we should be able to do some work here today. But let's see.
And so keep in mind, the last time these two teams played, that was down in Goldsboro. The Wings had an 11-point lead at halftime. Dreamers able to overcome that and win that game by 7.
Yeah. So we went on the road and beat this team. So, but that doesn't mean they can't come on the road.
Oh, absolutely. Hopefully the Dreamers will make it 2 for 2. The game is on as the opening tip is controlled by Antonio Warner. There's a drive underneath, reverse layup.
Oh, nice.
Count it. That's Charles Taylor. He opens the scoring quickly. It's 2-0. For Goldsboro, it is Best. For Artis, fires it back over to Best. Warner all over him. Best drives it into the paint now, kicks it out. Here's a long 2. That's a little too strong. And the rebound controlled by Jamal Washington. Quickly ahead. Now here's a 3 for Charles Taylor.
Oh,
yes,
nice.
sir! Taylor with all 5. It's 5-0 Dreamers. Here's Dante Johnson. Passes underneath. Shot no good, but a foul called as Wilkins was going up.
This Goldsboro Wings team has Christopher Clark, who averages 31 points a game. This should be exciting to see.
First free throw would not roll in for Wilkins. Gets the second one, and Goldsboro is on the board. J.R. Jenkins, a bounce pass for Chris Knight. Hands it off for Washington. Back to Knight. He'll take the long jumper. That wouldn't go. And the rebound controlled by Wilkins of the Goldsboro Wings. Here is Artis. He'll take the long 3 ball. That's no good. Rebound is to Charles Taylor. And it's Warner to bring it ahead. Warner, nice one-hand bounce pass. That had some spin on it.
Yeah.
Taylor.
Oh, nice move.
Spins. Shot rejected by Tyreek Artis. Wings the other way. It's Best. Over to Artis. Baseline drive. And I believe Wilkins. Oh, no, they called a foul. I thought maybe he stepped out of bounds, but a foul is called.
Yeah, it looks like he got shoved out.
So it's Artis to inbound it. Here is the aforementioned Christopher Clark, averaging over 31 points a game. Ball inside, off the hands of Dante Johnson. Dreamers do come up with it. Now we have a whistle. I'm not sure if they called a foul there but in any event, the Dreamers will have the ball. They'll inbound.
Yeah.
And it is controlled by Warner. Warner being checked by Best as he brings it into the front court.
I like this.
Here is Chris Knight.
Knight going to the basket.
Foul called.
I like it when Knight goes to the basket. And if he's picking up fouls, hitting free throws, that's we're doing well.
So Knight will shoot 2. Gets the first one to roll in. His first point of the game at 6-1 Dreamers. Second one rims out, and here is Dante Johnson. Wilkins for Artis. Artis trying to drive in past Knight. He'll take a jumper off the glass and in. 6-3 Dreamers lead. Washington into the paint. Shot high off the glass, wouldn't go. Rebound knocked around. And here come the Wings. It's Christopher Clark. He'll take a return pass now, bring it in. One-hand layup, good. Six-5 Dreamers lead. Bounce pass into Antonio Warner. Warner will take the jumper, and he got it. First two of the game for Warner. Dreamers by 3. Right along the bench, it's Wilkins. Shot no good. Rebound is to Jamal Washington.
Jamal Washington came up big last week.
23 points against the Panthers.
Yeah.
Shot no good. Up with the ball is Wilkins. Clark not able to finish. There to clean it up is Darius Best. And it's a 1-point Dreamers lead. I believe they called an 8-second violation.
Oh, wow. Yeah, we haven't seen that in a couple of weeks. And in that first week, it looked like some of the players had to get or weren't familiar with the rule. But that was interesting, yeah. The official, Derek Baker's on top of that.
Darius Best gave it away. Here is J.R. Jenkins driving in against Clark. Layup good. First two for Jenkins, 10-7 Dreamers. Ball knocked away by Taylor. He brings it in. Count that. Great play for Taylor to get the steal and drive it in and score. Definitely some contact when Taylor got that steal, so the refs letting him play a little bit.
Yeah.
Nice pass underneath, but Johnson gets rejected, and here comes Park City. Jenkins. Layup is good. He's got 4. It's a 7-point Dreamer lead. Timeout on the floor.
I was about to say get a TO, Goldsboro.
$7:37 to go. Rusty, what are you liking from our Dreamers so far?
I like the defense. I like the defense. They're getting turnovers and scoring in transition, which hasn't always been the case for them this season. I really like how the team has blossomed over the last couple of weeks. It's like they're finding their groove as a team. And but today I've been very impressed with the defense and going to the basket. You know,
and we just saw Charles Taylor do both in the same sequence.
Right, absolutely. I'm always a little hesitant and feel a little shaky when we start shooting too many threes. Not that we don't have guys that can shoot them, but I don't want us to be like the Boston Celtics and shoot that can shoot you to a win or shoot you to a loss. Like they just basically put themselves out of the NBA playoffs by just relying on the three.
Wings begin their possession as it's brought ahead by Darius Best. Here is Johnson. Johnson being checked by Chris Knight. There's a 3-ball, no good. Byron Scribner there to clean up for the Dreamers, and it's brought ahead by Manny Miller. Eminem bounces it to Jamal Washington. Now there's a 3 for Jenkins.
No nice
good.
rebound,
Miller there
Manny.
to clean it up. His shot no good. Looked like refs let a foul go there. Here is Washington.
Oh, nice drive.
Shot high off the glass, wouldn't go. Scribner fighting for the rebound, but here come the Wings. Best fires over to Clark. He'll take the corner three. No good. Here comes Washington.
Oh, nice pass.
Knight. Chris Knight there to put it in.
Knight with the finish.
16-7. Underneath Johnson.
With the block.
Got blocked. His next shot no good, but he is fouled. He will head to the line. So, Rusty, you and I talk about uniforms a lot. For these Wings uniforms, definitely a unique look.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is the first thing I noticed when I got to the gym today. I was like, okay. But they're interesting. They do stick out, and they're very different.
I mean, with the colors, you get some Golden State Warriors vibes.
Yep.
Kind of the pattern on the jersey, I'm getting like a little bit of like the old school Denver Nuggets logo.
Yep. I also feel like it's something you see in Europe. A lot of European teams have color schemes like that.
First shot for Dante Johnson is good. That is his first point of the game. Dreamers doubling up the Wings, 16-8.
Oh.
Second one good.
Dante Johnson's a lefty.
And here comes Manny Miller. Whips it to Scribner.
No, he did. He never. He didn't. Both feet didn't leave. He was good. People thought that should have been a travel.
Here's a three from Jenkins. No good. Ball knocked around. Going to get it for the Wings. See, I don't have 9 on my roster. We'll have to find out who that is. Nice pass by him, though. And that's laid up and in by Darius Best. 16-11. Here's Scribner for a triple.
Oh.
Yes, sir! Dreamers in front by 8.
So that's what I like. That was a three-pointer out of running your offense. It was in flow and oh my man.
Johnson drives it in.
Leroy Butts is in the game.
Johnson drove in on though and scored there. Here's Jenkins. Will kick it out. A three, no good from Everett Fields. Dreamers still control. Underneath, Eminem will lay it up and in.
Nice control.
First 2 of the game from Manny Miller. Christopher Clark. Whistle and a foul called.
That looks to be that was first foul on Fields. You know, this Goldsboro backcourt looks a little short. I mean, but I'm not mad because those guys are in my height range. So you got Christopher Clark, 31-point scorer, who's listed. I'll say listed as 5'9", and Darius Best at 5'8". 2 of the starting guards. I love to see that. I love to see that. But if it's anything like my high school football program, my 10th grade year, I was listed as a 5'10", 75-pound running back. By junior year, I was 5'9", and I was like 185. And my senior year, I think I was 5'8". Like, how did you get shorter? Because my coach was just making it up. I think, he just like, that's what we'll say. This is what we'll say,
Yeah, so then you and I were similar size our senior year. That's about where I was senior year. Except I had stopped playing football by then. I was playing in the inline hockey program of the Prince William Hockey Club. We played at the Total Sports Pavilion somewhere off of Route 1, I believe. There was a hockey rink there and an indoor soccer field.
Oh, wow. Now, speaking of inline hockey, aren't they going to build some type of facility like that?
Yes, outside the Prince William Ice Center.
That's going to be great.
Here is Christopher Clark to shoot 2. First one good. Clark gets them both. He's got 4 points. It's a 6-point Park City advantage. And here comes M&M.
Goldsboro.
Butts over to Jenkins. Brought it into the paint, was not able to get a shot away as it was blocked. And here comes Goldsboro. It is Clark. Bounce pass is to Gamble. Able to get it back to Clark as he's able to get it away from Jenkins. Clark takes the jumper. Started down, came out, and here comes Manny Miller.
Nice
Miller into the
Euro
paint.
step.
And they're going to call that an offensive foul.
I don't know. I don't know about that one. I didn't think the defender was completely set, but and I thought Miller made a nice move.
Well, Chris Clark liked the call. I saw him smiling on the ground once the referee signaled the charge.
Right.
Here is the aforementioned Clark as he gets it right side for Gamble.
Yeah, he couldn't believe it either.
Johnson, baseline jumper, wouldn't go. Leroy Butts there to clean it up. Now here is Fields. Scribner, 3-ball, a little short. Rebound controlled by Goldsboro. Artis for a triple. That wouldn't go. Ball knocked out of bounds. Will belong to Park City. Just over 3.5 to go in quarter number 1. So, really the last couple games we've done the one we did last week and then the one we did in Petersburg. Those are some really quick games.
Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah, it's good. My wife asked me today. She said, "Hey, what time will you be home?" I said, "Well, if it's like the last few weeks, I might, because we want to go to the movies tonight for Mother's Day. So I'm hoping we get a repeat of the last couple."
Fields, 3-ball.
Oh, nice
out.
rebound.
M&M there to clean it up and put it in. 4 for Manny Miller. Dreamers again by 8. Here is Clark. Not able to finish with Miller right in his face. It's Solomon into the game for Park City. Miller for a triple.
Nice.
Yes, sir. "11-point Dreamers lead."
I really love the way this team is playing now. They're getting a good flow. Things are happening within the offense.
Here's Gamble. Jumper wouldn't go, and there to take in the rebound is Solomon. He'll bring it ahead. He'll slow things down, gets it to Fields. He'll come in, take the jumper for 2. No good. Rebound to Charles Gamble of the Wings. Here is Artis. Artis, a one-hand pass for Gamble. Turns around, takes the jumper, and that would not roll in for him. M&M on the rebound.
The teams you're playing against, those are the ones that fall.
Taylor,
nice.
Strong into the paint and a finish. He's got 9. And the Dreamers lead by 13. Johnson, 3-ball, no good. Here comes Solomon. Miller for a triple off the heel. Pass inside, here's Johnson, and he'll lay it up and in. Johnson's got 6.
Yeah.
Just over a minute to play. It's Solomon. Fields for 3, no good. Rebound to Goldsboro.
Goldsboro had a chance to get out on the break, but Miller hustled his way back.
Clark misses the shot, but a foul called.
.50 seconds to go in this quarter. and I like what I see from the Dreamers.
Goldsboro cold shooting right now, and just that last one, Clark drew the foul, but I thought they're just really rushing the shot.
Yeah, yep. We got Leroy Butts in the game. I like to see them just, feed the ball down. They have two big guys, but I don't know if they can be able to contend with Leroy's left hand and his quickness in the box.
Not sure what we were just hearing there.
I know.
Clark does not get the second one. Eminem right in front of the Dreamers bench. Trying to dribble past Clark. Tried to get it to Solomon. Ball out of bounds. Turnover. Gives it to Goldsboro. Here is Best for Artis. Being watched closely by Charles Taylor. Artis out for Wilkins. 8 seconds left on the shot clock as Wilkins brings it in and he jams it home.
Kind of reminds me of another Wilkins from the 80s and 90s, Dominique.
Atlanta Hawks, great. Dying seconds of the quarter, a three from Clark, no good. Solomon gets the rebound, chucks it up after the buzzer, and that is how the first quarter ends.
Yeah, actually a very interesting quarter. I feel like the Dreamers are playing their game and are in control, but it's only an 8-point game.
So walking into the gym here today, the first thing I noticed, the lights, and I asked Dreamers owner Jeremy Coleman about it. This is like Lakers style lights.
Yeah.
At Crypto.com Arena.
I was thinking when I walked in, I said, oh, the lights. I like this atmosphere. I went to see the Lakers last year back in March, right after the Luka trade. My wife and I were in LA, and we got box seats. And it was like, you're right, when you're up in those stands, like that's a darker area. Like the lights are very low. It's a few lights, but not much. And it's a good feeling. Like the players can see fine, but it makes the atmosphere like really cool. I like it.
And that was only for the Lakers at the arena. When the Clippers played there, they did not do that.
They didn't do that. Right.
But so far, so good for Park City. And obviously a lot of basketball left to be played, but I think Coach Carroll has to be happy with his team's start.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I agree. This when I looked at the roster, a lot of the players on this Goldsboro Wings team, they're from Goldsboro, North Carolina. And so that they don't have very many people from outside of the area. They have someone from New Jersey and Boston and Wilson, North Carolina, and Greenville, but most of their players are right from Goldsboro.
Second quarter about to get going. There's a jumper for Best. High arcing jumper, and he got it. 5-point Dreamer lead. Goldsboro with the steal. Best to Clark. He'll lay it in. Just like that, the Wings within 3.
Yeah.
Butts to Solomon. Returns it to Butts. He'll take the fadeaway jumper. Wouldn't go. And here comes Wilkins spinning away from Solomon. Wilkins to Clark. Clark not able to drive in past Butts, but he bounces it into Johnson. Now he kicks it out. They whip it around. Jumper, good. Believe that was a 2. I think his foot was on the line. That is a 2. That was Wilkins. He's got 5 in the game.
Yeah.
It's a 2-point Dreamer lead as Butts gets it to Manny Miller. Miller had the ball knocked out of his hands. Ahead here is Clark in alone. Easy layup. And we've got a tie game.
Quick. He got out there very fast.
Timeout taken by Coach Carroll. So, Rusty, forgive the pun, but the Wings have come out flying here in the second quarter.
That's a good one. Yeah, they sure have. It's like they weren't fazed by being down 8 points at the end of the first quarter and very quickly made up for it. You know, I again, one of the things that the Dreamers have is they have a deep bench, and that's good when you want to be able to rotate players, make sure people don't get too tired. But sometimes you're trying to mix and match different lineups out there till you get the right combination, because everybody on this team can play. So this group of athletes, let's see how they're able to overcome. I like this lineup, though. I really do. Let's see what they can do.
Timeout ends as Manny Miller gets it into Leroy Butts. Butts trying to use that big frame to drive it in. His shot.
Oh, nice.
Will roll in. Leroy Butts on the board. Dreamers lead by 2. Johnson to Best. Best trying to drive in past Warner. Here's Artis for a 3.
Keep letting Artis take that shot. I think he's 0 for 4 from three-point land.
Warner with the rebound gets it to Solomon. Here is Butts to hand it off to Eminem.
Miller on the drive.
Miller on the drive, not able to finish. Dante Johnson cleans up the glass. And it's Darius Best. One-hand pass over to Clark, was able to save it from going out of bounds. Johnson for 3, wouldn't go. Rebound to Charles Taylor as he'll get it to Manny Miller.
Oh, nice job by Miller.
Wow. Drives it in, and that's a nice one-hand finish. Dreamers by 4.
Miller with 9.
Shot no good. It is Solomon
nice.
Ahead. Little too strong in the passes. That's out of bounds. Dreamers with the steal. Here is Warner.
Nice job, Warner.
He lays it in. He's got 4. And just like that, Dreamers lead again by 6. Wilkins to Johnson. Artis to Clark. His jump shot, no good. Manny Miller with the rebound. Gets it over to Jenkins. Here's Leroy Butts. Takes the jumper. That's no good. Here's Clark.
Clark is quick, but I like the defense just played on him.
Johnson for 3.
Yeah, let them shoot threes until they show us that they can.
Goldsboro just not hitting from behind the arc so far in this one. Now it's Butts.
Leroy didn't play last week. It's good to see him back out there.
Jenkins will get it to Taylor. 3 on the shot clock. Taylor in. Kicks it out.
Oh, nice.
Miller. Shot no good. Here comes Wilkins into the paint. Ball out of bounds. Will stay with Goldsboro.
Chris Knight back into the game. Giving Butts a break.
Artist being watched by Taylor. Try to get it over to Clark. Ball out of bounds off the hands of Jenkins. It'll stay with the Wings. Inbound pass is to Wilkins. Clark.
Oh,
Shot clock went off, but here come the Dreamers.
Oh,
and
nice.
Warner takes the feed and lays it in. 6 for him. Dreamers by 8. Wilkins.
Oh,
trying to
that's
go
gotta be a
underneath to
charge.
Johnson. No charge call, just the ball out of bounds. It stays with Goldsboro.
I'm just going by, we had a charge down here on our end. So I just thought that would have been reciprocated.
Johnson. Shot no good.
Guys, we got to box out.
The 3, and they got that one. That's Darius Best. 36-31.
Yeah, cuts lead to 5.
Pass inside. Crittenden puts it in for his first 2. Coach Carroll really getting a good rotation of different guys right now. Underneath Johnson. He's able to put it in. Johnson has 8. Dreamers by 5. 3 ball, no good. It's Scribner, takes the jumper from the free throw line, and he got it. 5 for Scribner. Ball out of bounds, turnover, gives it to the Dreamers.
Yeah, Crenton came in and gave us some solid minutes. Looks like there's a timeout.
So Goldsboro got the push at the beginning of the quarter, but then the Dreamers have kind of put the game back to where it was when we went to half.
Right. I feel like the Dreamers are really starting to gain confidence as a squad. Like they had an 8-point lead at the end of the first quarter. The Wings came back and tied it up, but they never looked like they ever lost confidence. Continued by playing their game, and it's back up to 7. Now I still am not a big fan of too many threes. When you've got big guys in the game like Leroy Butts and Chris Knight, I'd like to continue to see them get the ball down to those guys, or those guys get it on the block and make their moves. But again, this Goldsboro team is very quick. Let's see again. It's still the second quarter. How does this end up late in the second half?
It's Warner. Best checking him. Ball out of bounds. And it will stay with Park City. Inbound pass. Knight turns around, takes the jumper, and he drained it.
Knight.
Dreamers by 9.
Nice defense by Warner.
Ball out of bounds, and that will belong to Park City. Wings do not agree. Scribner fires it into Crittenden. Scribner for Knight. Jenkins, a triple, no good. Rebound controlled by Best. Clark for a 3, and he got it. 12 in the game for Clark.
Yep.
Wings within 6. Warner to Scribner. Shot no good. Goldsboro controls.
I like Creighton's hustle.
Staying right with Darius Best as he
Yeah.
brings it into the front court. Gamble for a 3.
Yeah.
That wouldn't go.
Keep shooting.
It's Jenkins to bounce it to Knight. Crittenden.
Nice
goes behind
move
the back.
Oh,
One hand, but he wasn't able to finish. Now it's Gamble. Here is Johnson.
oh,
Shot
nice.
no good.
That was good defense.
Jenkins underneath. Here's Knight. One hand.
Oh,
Put back, count it.
Knight.
Dreamers by 8.
Yes.
Best for a triple, and he got it.
I didn't say let Best shoot. He's got 3 3-pointers already. It's the big guys I want to see shooting behind the line. Nice move.
Warner drives it in. Shot wouldn't go. One hand put back by Knight. He's got 9. And the Dreamers lead by 7.
I don't think they have an answer for Knight. He's big and quick.
Best. Warner all over him. Best takes the 3 ball. That wouldn't go. Jenkins
Creighton doing a good
grabs the
job
glass.
on Clark. He's probably just staying in his way. Oh.
Ball out of bounds, pass was behind Scribner. They weren't on the same page there.
Miller and Jamal Washington come back into the game.
Just under 3 to play in the first half. Again, a quick moving game.
Yeah.
It's Clark. Bounce pass to Johnson. Johnson into the paint. Ball knocked out of his hands. Artis there to get it, and he'll put it in off the glass. Artis has 4. Dreamers lead by 5 with 2.5 to play. Into the paint. Washington has it knocked away, and here comes Best. Over to Clark. 3 ball. Wouldn't go.
Oh, nice rebound.
Great play by Washington to get back and get that rebound. He's able to keep it away from Artis.
Oh,
Goes
nice.
underneath, and Knight will lay it in.
Knight.
11 for Chris Knight.
I like the hustle by the Dreamers on that. This is a really good group of defenders out here for the Dreamers right now.
Artis, just a desperation heave as the shot clock was going.
Right.
Turns it over to Park City. Antonio Warner. To the big man, Leroy Butts. Here's Washington.
Oh, nice
into the
drive.
paint. And the finger roll for Jamal Washington.
Jamal said, hey, wait a minute. I'm trying to get my MVP. Trying to retain that status.
He's got his first 2, and the Dreamers are ahead by 9. Artis being checked by Washington, drives his way in. One-hand finish is good.
6 points for Artis.
And we have a minute to play in the first half. Here is Warner into the paint. Shot no good. Foul called.
with a chance to take a 9-point lead.
First one for Warner, good.
Warner's at the free throw line, but I like how the officials are calling this game. They're letting play.
Second one rims out, and it's controlled by Artis.
Ooh,
Artis takes the jumper. That wouldn't go.
he really let Artis play.
Yeah. Warner, shot no good. It's Wilkins on the rebound. Trying to get away from the double team. Nice pass. And Best will lay it in. Under 20 seconds to play.
Best has 15 points.
Butts controls. Shot clock is off. Butts. Baseline shot too strong. Warner not able to get a shot off, but a foul called at the buzzer.
Yeah, Warner was fouled with a second to go. He called that foul on Wilkins.
So Warner to shoot 2. They're going to put 4 seconds back on the clock.
Okay. So, yeah, Goldsboro needs to have their players in the free throw line.
Okay, now they changed it to 0.4.
Okay.
First one good.
With 0.4 seconds is not a whole lot that Goldsboro can do. They have to immediately just throw it in with a.
Warner gets them both. The Dreamers lead by 8.
No, he wasn't going to have time for that. He's going to have to shoot it right away.
The buzzer goes, and that is how the second quarter ends.
Just like the first quarter ends. 8-point difference. Good game, though. Really good game.
We're halfway through this one. The Dreamers lead 53-45. We'll have a halftime interview coming up. Keep it right here. You're watching Park City Dreamers basketball on Prince William Sports. we'll start it as soon as Rusty gets back. I already hit record. Just the ball. Halftime here at Potomac. The Dreamers an 8-point lead. Justin Richards and Rusty Bird. We are joined by Robert Levine. Robert, the author of the Athlete Formula. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, thank you for having me.
So tell us a little bit about your background and about the Athlete Formula.
Sure. So again, my name is Dr. Robert Levine. I am a clinical psychologist, and about 7 years ago, something like that, the Athlete Formula kind of came out in the sense that it was inspired by when I took my young son to soccer practice, and I take him to practice, and I wrote about this in the book, is that it was his first day of practice, second season, and let's just say he was a bit of a disaster. And so it was this, he was walking around and, he had his hands in his pocket. It was kind of a mess. And, he walks off the field. He walks off the field after the game, after the practice. And he says to me that he's just like, he looked at me. He's about 8 or 9 at the time. He's got these big droopy eyes. And he goes to me, he's like, "Dad, I'm not any good. All the other kids are better than me. They run faster. They kick the ball away from me, yada, yada." And he's like, "I'm just not any good." And I thought about doing something like being a good cheerleader, good father, and saying, "You got this. You got it." I was like, he's a little bit too smart for that. So I was like, you're right. You're not very good. Actually, you might be the worst player on the team. I was like, but you know what? Everyone can make a contribution. And maybe the best you can do is, you kick the ball away or, play good defense or find some other little things you can kind of do. And so he, and I said, listen, I said I wasn't really that great I don't really know soccer very well, but I was like, but I know basketball pretty well. And I said, there used to be this basketball player, played in the NBA. Many of you maybe remember him. His name was Shane Battier.
Oh, yeah.
And I said, let's just say he was no LeBron James. And so I said, he used to do a lot of little things to help the team, dive for loose balls, play good defense, do things like that. And consequently, his teams usually made the playoffs, even won a championship a couple times. So I was like, you know what? That's who you are. And he had a 180-degree mind shift at that point.
Wow.
He starts doing other things. He finds little roles, and he gradually gets better and better. And so, he ends up becoming a very good soccer player, a very good athlete. He's played football, and he's done a lot of things because he just kind of realized, I don't need to be someone I'm not. I don't need to be the big star. So that was sort of the inspiration of the book. And so I created this book called The Athlete Formula, designed to help coaches or parents or whoever improve and bounce back from setbacks. And what I did was, it's athlete. Athlete is actually an acronym, and so the acronym, let me refresh my memory, it stands for aspiration, troubleshooting, how we think, living with emotion, exuding confidence, tactics, and evaluating your legacy. So, it's a really good tool for coaches, parents, educators, you name it. I actually kind of jokingly say it's cognitive behavioral therapy with a ball. So that's what it is.
Have you been able to, besides your son or your children, been able to present or work with other young athletes to see how they respond to some of your formulas?
Yeah, I mean, I've had some. Right now, I'm trying to build it into finding a lot of other avenues. But I've worked with some people, some kids who are, maybe at the high school level,
Okay.
and help them, kind of, change their mindset. I've worked with a guy who's he was like a high school baseball all-star. He was, getting flirted with by some college and minor league teams. So, and in those kind of limited settings, there's been some success. And here's the thing: the book is based on basic psychological principles.
Right.
There's nothing that I recreated the wheel on. And, it's repackaged in a way that really is applicable. And just even today, before I came here, I found some YouTube reel, and Reggie Miller was talking about the things of how he improved his stroke, and I'm like, did Reggie read this book? Because
things he was saying, right.
I was just like, some of the things that he was talking about is essentially what I'm talking about. Like, he was talking about, how to become a great 3-point shooter. He's like, I didn't just go to the 3-point line and start shooting.
Right.
He basically said, he developed a system of like, okay, first, I forgot exactly how he did it, but it was like shoot from 16, 18, and 20.
Yeah.
And he had a system of doing that. So that's similar to some of the concepts that I'm talking about. So, and I reference, and while this book is designed for, it's really designed for anyone, but I kind of profile, various high profile athletes in it. So, and really what I've often said is it's a book about failure. That's really what the book is about, and how to cope with it. So, to stick with the basketball theme, I referenced how when Jason Kidd came into the NBA, he really couldn't shoot straight. But at the time that the book was written, he was like he made the 15 or 16 most 3-pointers in NBA history.
Yeah.
And I talked about failure in the sense that, sometimes we don't get exactly what we want, but sometimes you have to might pivot a little bit. So I referenced 2 high-profile examples of that. I referenced Mariano Rivera, the baseball player, and I basically said, he wanted to be a starter. It didn't quite work out for him, so he went to the bullpen. I think he did okay, and I think he did all right.
He wanted to be a starter, right?
Yeah. And then I referenced the basketball coach Rick Carlisle.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I referenced Rick Carlisle in the sense that, okay, he played college ball. He was in the NBA for about 15 minutes, but then he ends up parlaying his basketball career and becomes one of the best coaches. So really it's a book about how do you cope with it. And again, essentially it's a 7-step program, really simple. It's practical. I often say, that one of the things I've often said, it's not designed to be highly intellectual. I often say there's a baseball coach in Kentucky who has a second baseman who's trying to hit baseballs better. It's for that guy.
Let me ask you this,
Yes.
Dr. Levine. I have coached a lot of youth, high school sports. I've had a lot of athletes. One of the things, I don't know if it's part of your formula dealing with confidence. And I say that because I've had so many athletes that I've either played with or coached that were the best street ball. We go with basketball.
Right.
Best street ball players I ever saw. And they make the high school team, but they can't do it in the game. And I think a lot of it had to do with maybe the big lights or confidence to do it under a system or a structure. But how do you deal with, you discuss just confidence? Like a lot of people have the talent of a Michael Jordan, really they do, but they couldn't put it together.
Yeah, so talking about confidence, that's chapter 7.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I mean, so one of the things to help out with certain types of confidence is sure that there's an integrative thoughts, emotions, behaviors, and what you need. And one of the things is to try to simulate the practice as much as you can to the game. So, oftentimes when you're practicing what, in a quiet, empty gym. Okay,
Right.
You know what? Put a few fans in there. Have them scream some 4-letter words.
Yeah.
Put some music on. So, is it a perfect replica? No, it's not. But you know what? It's at least okay. We're trying to mimic. I mean, I remember hearing stories that when Shaquille O'Neal was working on his free throws, when practice he could make all.
That's what I heard. Yeah.
Okay, so one of my initial thoughts was, well, you know what? Why don't you get a whole bunch of fans to come in and you have to start screaming and yelling and acting like a fool while he's trying to shoot. So again, you're trying to mimic the actual environment as best you can. So those are a few things that I talk about in the book as just real simple things that to help players become better and better players, better people.
Yeah,
and
that's great.
Yeah, so
I'm sure a lot of this formula could work in overall life.
Oh, it really can. That's why I say cognitive behavioral therapy with a ball, because there's I mean, it could probably be used in academia, the arts, business, probably half a dozen things that I can't think of right off the top of my head. But yeah, it's very applicable. It's just I do it sports because it was inspired by sports. I'm a sports fan, and I also say sports has really good metrics as opposed to other things. You can say, oh, a guy is shooting 48% from the field, and now we want to get him up to 52%. A lot of other things are not as clean as that.
So I'm going to let Justin close us out, but I do want, in case Justin doesn't, how can people get your book?
Oh, so you can, a couple ways. You can go simply to Amazon and just type in the athlete formula. Also, you can go to my website, which is athletic-core.org.
Okay.
Right. Dr. Robert Levine, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Enjoy the second half.
Thank you.
Here it is, folks, the athlete formula. Rusty and I will be back to start the third quarter here on Prince William Sports. Second half getting underway. The Dreamers lead by 8. Justin Richards and Rusty Bird on the call. Very good interview with Dr. Robert Levine.
Yeah, that was great. Something a lot of not just athletes but coaches can use to know how to deal with, because every athlete's not the same, and just you need to be able to relate to all of them.
Third quarter underway. It is Tyleek Artis bringing it into the front court as he's being watched by Chris Knight. Artis to Johnson. Goes outside the arc to Best. Here's a 3-ball, no good. Best on the rebound, but he gave it away, and here comes Chris Knight. Knight. Do they call a foul there, or do they say?
No.
Okay, wow.
There wasn't a foul.
Ball out of bounds belongs to the Dreamers. Wings steal it on the inbound. It's Best. They'll take it back from Johnson. Now gives it right back to him. Johnson for 3.
Let him shoot.
Jamal Washington controls for Park City. Goes inside. Knight not able to finish, but a foul called. Knight to the line. Hit 1 of 2 his first trip. First one good. First point of the second half belongs to Chris Knight. 54-45. Second one good. Dreamers by 10 as it's brought ahead by Wilkins. Taylor sticking with it. Wilkins, a nice spin move. And that's a nice finish. Taylor stuck with him, but that was some elusiveness by Wilkins. Here comes Jamal Washington into the paint. Ball out of bounds will belong to Goldsboro. Again, refs letting him play, and I like this.
Yeah, me too.
Best spins past Jenkins. Bounces it underneath. Johnson, basket and a foul.
I thought he traveled a little bit trying to gather his feet.
Misses the free throw, but there is Artis, and he'll put it in. Wings within 4. Knight to Washington. Floats it inside. Knight, first one no good. Second one is.
Big Knight.
And a steal by Warner on the inbound. Here's Taylor to lay it in. Dreamers by 8. Best to Artis.
I like how Jenkins is. Let him do that. Let him shoot.
Artis contested 3, no good. Johnson lost it on the rebound. And here comes Warner. Fires it over to Jenkins for a triple.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
Get a TO. Goldsboro.
Dreamers by 11. It's Clark to Best. Wilkins. Nice finish there. 9-point Dreamers advantage.
Oh, nice.
Washington, and that's just too easy.
Yeah, too easy. He had the easy button on that one.
Wilkins slowing things down a bit. He'll step back for the triple. Got it!
Yeah. Wilkins had that big slam in the first half, showing he had some range too. Oh,
Jenkins tried to get fancy and he gave it away. Best underneath. Artis, no good. Put back by Johnson is good. Dreamers by 6.
I like how this Goldsboro team just doesn't quit.
It's Taylor to hand it off to Jenkins. 3 ball for Knight.
Nice.
Yes, sir. Knight.
Oh, man. Chris having another big night.
So Goldsboro gets close, and then the Dreamers have been making big shots. We see there, it's Best. He'll take the 3, and he got it.
Best with the nice left hand. That's his 4th three-pointer.
It's Washington. Goes underneath. One hand finish for Taylor wouldn't go, but Washington there to put it in. He's got 6. 69-61, Dreamers lead. Step back 3, Best got it.
That's 5 3-pointers for Best.
He's been their best player.
I was going to say.
It's Taylor. Basket and a foul for Charles Taylor.
He's definitely their best shooter.
Misses the free throw. Quickly ahead come the Wings.
Oh, you can't let Best get out. You got to get
Best takes it, but misses it. He was wide open.
Too open. Self-check.
Underneath Taylor to Washington, whistle, and a travel called against Park City.
Okay, I guess so. Not from my view, but I didn't have the Best.
Wilkins to Johnson. Back to Wilkins. He'll take the triple. Rimmed out. Johnson on the rebound. Ball out of bounds. Will stay with Goldsboro. Inbound pass is to Wilkins. Wilkins steps back for the 3.
Oh!
And at 6:13 on a Saturday evening, the bank is open in Dumfries.
It sure is. That's the second three-pointer in a row.
Wings within 4. It's Knight. One hand.
Nice.
Wouldn't go. And then the next putback is rejected by Artis. Best. I think that's going to be a 2. His foot was on the line. It is a 2. But the Wings within 2 at 71-69.
They have not quit.
Jenkins
drives
nice. It in, and he finishes off the glass. 9 in the game for J.R. Jenkins. Dreamers by 4.
Christopher Clark, their leading scorer, looks to be hobbled a bit. I saw him grab his leg.
Whistle and a foul called against Charles Taylor. Timeout on the floor. So, Rusty, we've seen the Wings. The game, they did get it tied at one point in the second quarter. Here in the third, they're getting close, and it seems like the Dreamers they'll hit a big shot to kind of keep the Wings at arm's length.
I know it's amazing how you feel like one team has momentum, this other team has, and then you look up and go, wait a minute, I thought they would be ahead by more, but no, both teams coming out this third quarter, it really had a good flow. I'm very impressed with this Wings team. Like they never quit. You know, they're doing a good job of rotating they have a very short bench, but they're rotating their guys and not backing down. You know, I knew coming into this game that Christopher Clark, you know, who's averaging over 30 points a game, could light it up. But wow, Darius is trying to show who's best.
The timeout concludes. 5:28 to go in the third. And it is Christopher Clark to bounce it in to Darius Best.
Oh,
He'll take the three. That one off the mark. Scribner on the rebound as he pushes it ahead
to Manny
for M&M. Manny Miller to Jamal Washington. Washington tried to get it to Scribner. Ball out of bounds. Turnover. Gives it to Goldsboro. Best ahead for Clark. Couldn't drive in as Leroy Butts got over. Now Clark drives in, goes underneath.
Oh, nice
and
pitch.
a nice finish for Johnson. Wings within two again. It's Jenkins. Scribner along two.
Oh.
Got it.
Was that a three or a two?
That was a two. His foot
Two.
was
Okay,
inside
so
the
it was
arc.
one. Okay.
Here's a three for Gamble. That wouldn't go. Dreamers going the other way with it. Jenkins to Scribner. Pulls up for the triple. No good. Johnson there on the rebound for Goldsboro. Here is Clark for a triple, and he got it. Wings within one.
I tell you, this Goldsboro squad is evenly distributing their points, you know, between Clark, Best, Wilkins, and Johnson, and Artist. They all are contributing about the same. They all are, you know, in double digits.
Here is Washington into the paint.
Oh, nice.
Finishes off the glass. 8 for Jamal Washington.
I think Jamal said, I put up big numbers last week. I can do that again.
Here is a three for Wilkins. He got it.
Wilkins,
This game is tied at 77.
Wilkins with his third three in a row.
Washington. Here's a three ball for Butts. No good. Here is Best.
He is quick.
Best to Wilkins. Fake the three, drives it in. Shot no good. Foul called. So Wilkins will try to put Goldsboro in front as he'll shoot two. First one good. Second one rolls in. And Goldsboro's in front by 2. Inbound pass, Miller fumbled it, and it's stolen by Best. Best to Wilkins for 3, got it! Goldsboro by 5. Jamal Washington takes the jumper, and he got it. 10 for Jamal. Wilkins drives it in, shot no good, but a foul called against Park City.
I don't know if there's any relation, but the great Dominique Wilkins actually played high school basketball in the state of North Carolina. He's from Washington, North Carolina, before going to the University of Georgia.
First one good. So Wilkins, of course, played at the University of Georgia, then put in a lot of work as an Atlanta Hawk.
Atlanta Hawk, absolutely. I don't know how Dean Smith let him get outside of the state.
Jamal Washington, after the second free throw is missed,
nice
spins, whistle, and they'll get him for a travel.
Yeah, that back foot did slide just a bit.
Here is Wilkins with it again.
Oh.
Knocked away by Taylor, ball out of bounds.
It's going to be.
It will belong to Goldsboro.
But that's good defense. I like the hustle shown by Taylor on that.
It will be Wilkins to throw it in. Gets it to Johnson. Clark puts it in off the glass. Think Coach Carroll needs a timeout here?
You know, sometimes you want to see if your players can play through it. I like the lineup he has out here. I just like to see him run an offense, not be so sporadic and just
Taylor
go
spin around
one-on-one.
Jumper, missed. Best on the rebound. Best past Taylor. Best throws up an air ball. That was not his best shot.
Not his best, right.
Goldsboro by 6.
There have been a few more fouls called in this quarter, and that's contributed to Goldsboro's lead.
It's Leroy Butts.
All right, get him with the left.
Ball knocked out of his hand, and here goes Wilkins. Wilkins, one-hand finish is good. And it's an 8-point Goldsboro lead.
After only scoring 5 points in the first half, Wilkins is really, really broken out. He had a great dunk in that first quarter.
Washington, a triple, couldn't bank it in. Taylor there to grab it. And his shot will roll in. Clark over to Wilkins. If Washington on Wilkins now, he'll take a long three, left it short.
3-second difference in the shot
Clark
clock.
gets the rebound though. His shot no good. Butts fighting for it. Taylor knocks it ahead. Butts has it. 1 second left.
Yes!
Did he
And
get
it's
it
good.
off in time?
And
He
gets
did.
it.
Yes,
Perfect
sir. That's
timing.
a 3 for Leroy Butts.
I like big butts. I cannot lie. Leroy does it again.
Dreamers within 3 as we begin the fourth quarter. We've got ourselves a game.
Yeah, no doubt. Like they were tenacious on defense. They were able to keep going and putting the pressure on, and Leroy handled that perfectly. I saw him glance up at the clock, and then released it perfectly and got the 3.
All right, we have an interview coming up here on Prince William Sports. Dreamers trail by 3. Welcome back. Justin Richards and Rusty Bird on the call. We are joined by Nico Brown, Executive Director of SOS Food Ministry. Nico, thank you so much for taking the time with us.
Hey, thank you for having me tonight.
So tell us about SOS Food Ministry. Here, 1 second. The official's asking us to review the last shot to see if Leroy got it off. Hang tight, Nico. We'll be right back with you. All right, I'll do an NFL-style announcement here. After video review, the call on the court is confirmed.
And it was good for 3.
Leroy Butts hit the 3 at the buzzer. So we are joined by Nico Brown, Executive Director of SOS Food Ministry. Tell us a little bit about your organization and what your mission is.
So this is a passion project of mine. It's basically what I'm doing as opposed to building a church. So we are starting a feeding ministry.
Okay.
We believe that feeding people is the most compassionate way that you can show them the love of a God who wants us to be in relationship with Him. If you think about it, when you really care about something, or to someone, or you want to make friends, lasting relationship with someone, what do you do with them? You invite them to eat with you.
You break bread, yeah.
So as part of that, every Tuesday we run a homeless feeding ministry in Springfield, feeding about 2 dozen homeless people. So I cook for them like I cook for my family. So last week we had brisket. The week before that we had meatballs. So it's really fun to go in there, spend a good couple hours cooking for people who aren't going to get a good meal any other way.
So wait, you're based out of Fairfax in Springfield area?
Our main program is actually in Prince William County.
Okay.
So we run 2 community-level distributions in Prince William County. One the first Monday of every month through Potomac Library in partnership with Capillary Food Bank. And then we have another one the second week of the month, and it moves around on which day it is, through a nonprofit called CASA in Woodbridge. I'm very familiar with that, yeah. Between CASA and Potomac Library, we do about 10,000 pounds of mostly produce into the community. We hit about 1,500 people a month right now, and our goal is to consistently feed 5,000 people a month.
How are you able to sustain it? So is it by donations?
It's mostly through donations. We have a lot of small personal donors.
Okay.
And then we've also got a couple companies that have agreed to come in and start sponsoring us. It's a really easy thing, especially for a company who's looking at proving if they care about the community that we're in, In a community like Prince William County has a 43% food insecurity rate.
Yeah.
So that means that almost 1 out of 2 homes is food insecure. If you want to prove that you care about the community, it's a really good way of doing that is by supporting a feeding ministry or a feeding page.
Yeah, great.
And right now, Jamal Washington feeding basketball through the hoop. As
Yeah.
Dreamers lead again by 3.
Yeah.
Do you have a website contact information we can give out for people who would like to help?
Yes, it is sosfeeding.org. So that's SOS is in Sheep of Salvation feeding.org. And all donations that you make are completely tax deductible. We're a 501c3 in Virginia.
All right. Other than monetary donations, is there any other way that people can help SOS?
Yes, there's a contact form on our website where you can sign up to volunteer at one of our community distributions. And then also we accept non-perishable food donations at least once a month through one of our partners.
I tell you, I'm going to try to reach out to you. One of the leaders of the evangelism ministry at my church at Shiloh Baptist Church in Lorton, and we've been working with less fortunate folks in the Lorton area, but a lot of us live here in Prince William. So I want to work with you.
Our first congregation partner is actually in Lorton. It's Pohick Church. It's a historic Anglican church in Lorton. It was built in like 1774.
Yeah, our church is right across from Gunston Hall, where George Mason lived. Shiloh Baptist Church, 157 years old. Yep. So we are very familiar with Pohick and in our church. Yep. We do a lot of the same stuff. So I'm looking forward to talking to you and connecting with you.
Absolutely, man. Anytime, man. Anybody who's willing to come out here and do the work of God with us, that's what we want.
Amen.
Amen.
God bless you and your work.
Nico,
thank you so much for joining us.
So have a great day.
Hey.
So 10:08 to go as the ball is sent in. Wilkins lost it, and here goes Warner. Feeds it to Jenkins, but he can't finish. Warner hustles over to get it, though. Whistle. Offensive foul called against Warner. He can't believe it.
Let me ask you something. I've been officiating for 30 years, and what would they have called that at the playground? Late call.
They wouldn't have called it.
They wouldn't have called it because they would have said, hey, no, you can't make a late call. That was a little bit late, but I will say this. I've always told folks, look, I'm joking when I say that because there's no such thing as a late call. If he got it right, you want him to make that call because you're going to want it on the other end. So no such thing as a late call, folks.
It's Best. Underneath Johnson. Got it back. He's rejected by Butts, but a foul called. A back and forth affair in this one, and still a long way to go.
Yeah.
So it will be Johnson to shoot 2. First one good. 91-88. $91-89. Here is Taylor. Jenkins there to rescue it, brings it in. His shot, Taylor, a great finish.
That's just pure hustle.
Second effort for Taylor. Dreamers lead by 4. Nearly an over and back. A nice play there by Best to save it.
Taylor with a sneaky 17 points.
Clark falls down. Warner trying to take the ball from him. That'll be a jump ball.
I love Warner's hustle. He's playing some good D. Jump ball with guys in my height range.
So I like how they do this in the ECBL.
Yeah. Professional basketball, they don't go with a possession arrow. You actually have to jump.
It threw me off the first game we did because I'm so used to the
Yeah.
possession arrow in high school basketball.
Yep.
Warner wins it to Taylor. Jenkins. Shot no good. Ball knocked around. And Clark has it. A nice move to get past Warner, but then he lost it. Here is Taylor to lay it in. 19 in the game for Charles Taylor. The Dreamers lead by 6. Three-pointer. Got it. Wings within 4. Taylor for a triple short. Rebound to Darius Best. 3 for Clark. He got it with a hand in his face.
Yeah.
Christopher Clark with a triple. Timeout taken by Park City.
Gotta say, I'm impressed with this Goldsboro team. Like, this, the fourth quarter, they are not backing down. And they've proven to be much better shooters than they were in the first half.
So, like I said earlier when we were starting the broadcast, the game down in Goldsboro, the Wings led that game by 11 at the half. A great road effort by Park City led our Dreamers to victory. But, Goldsboro trailed by 8 at the half here, and they're going neck and neck right now.
Yeah.
So Goldsboro trying to return the favor of what Park City did to them in the first meeting.
That's right.
It's Eminem to throw it in. Here's Butts. Had that big 3 at the end of the third quarter to Washington. Miller, the jumper, he got it.
His first points in the second half.
Dreamers by 3, under 8 to go. Best with some speed, one-hand finish. Darius Best. Warner being watched by Artis. Warner into the paint. Spins around, takes a shot, no good. Ball out of bounds. Will belong to Goldsboro. Wilkins gets it into Best. Artis.
Goldsboro, I knew I was familiar with that name in a way because when we go through there on our way to South Carolina to Myrtle Beach, Goldsboro is home of Seymour Johnson Air Force Base. And I wonder if any of these guys played basketball in the military.
Johnson puts the Wings back ahead. Yeah, I get through Goldsboro on the way to Topsail Island.
Yes. Oh.
Ball
save.
thrown away, and here comes Clark. One-hand finish is good. Wings over the century mark. It's 197. But
nice.
Passes it back to Jenkins. Shot no good, but a foul whistled against Clark.
And as you know, it's a lot of great basketball players in the state of North Carolina. But I'm from the Hampton Roads area where there's a lot of military. We've got Langley Air Force Base, Fort Eustis. We've got the Navy, Marines. And with that comes some really good basketball players from all over the country who are in the military. I used to go play at Langley Air Force Base. Really good basketball players.
Jenkins misses the first one. second one is good. Dreamers behind by 2.
Oh,
Ball rescued by Clark. He brings it in. Wow.
yeah, that was a strong move.
Strong move by a 5'9" guard.
Yeah, I know.
Here's a 3 for Washington.
Oh!
Yes, sir. Jamal Washington had only 2 in the first half. He's got 16 second half points. Dreamers behind by 1, under 6 minutes to play. Here is Wilkins. Takes the long 2, and he got it. Been impressed with him today.
Very impressed.
Warner into the paint. Foul called on the floor against Artis.
Fourth team foul on Goldsboro. So that means everything after this, when Goldsboro fouls, the Dreamers will be shooting too.
So Wilkins had 5 in the first half. He's got 23 here in the second half.
I know. He's got 28 points. Wow. But this second half, he's balling. Again, their scoring has come from basically 5 players. And they're all, well over 15 points.
I mean, a short bench for Goldsboro today, as we've seen that often with teams traveling in the ECBL. But, I mean, these guys are just producing. Clark, Best, Wilkins, and Johnson. I mean,
right about now, when you have a shorter bench the second half, especially the fourth quarter, they're supposed to slow down, and they're picking it up. Now, again, 5 minutes is still a long time in basketball, but I do like the lineup that the Dreamers have put out on the floor. They've got a mix of good defenders and scorers.
Washington to Knight. Knight out to Warner. I think his foot was on the line. He misses. Rebound to Artis. Clark being double teamed. Is able to get it over to Artis. Wilkins, catch and release.
Wow.
Got it. Wings by 6, or by 5 rather.
Wilkins with 30 points.
Washington.
Nice.
Power move and a jumper.
Washington with 19 points.
Sorry, we seem to have lost our camera. We'll check on that real quick. Oh, there it is. Inbound is to Warner. 4.5 to play. Washington, 3.
Wow.
Yes, sir. We're tied at 106. Here is Wilkins. Took a bump from Taylor, lost the ball, and a foul called against the Dreamers.
They brought
Manny
Taylor.
Miller, let's just say he doesn't agree with it.
I don't think he did. Looks like they brought Taylor in to put some defense on Wilkins.
Inbound pass, Johnson. Underneath, Best to Wilkins. Shot no good. Ball knocked around. It's out of bounds. Will belong to Goldsboro. Tough break there for the Dreamers.
Yeah, Coach Carroll not happy. One of the things they may be discussing is I don't think the ball hit the rim. And if that's the case, then the shot clock expired. The ball was under the rim, but I don't know if it actually hit it. And if that's the case, it expired before it went out of bounds. Okay, so they're saying it did hit the shot clock, and so they reset it to 14.
14 on the clock, as it will be Clark to inbound. Here is Clark, takes the three. Little too strong. Not the best looking shot there from Clark.
No.
Here's Taylor out to Washington.
He's got a smaller man on him. Let's see if he
gets it to Miller. Taylor thought about the three, drives it in. Shot no good. Offensive foul called against Taylor.
Wow. He wasn't afraid to call a charge, but that's not how they've been calling all the other ones. I don't think he was quite as set. Game tied with 3:20 to go.
Here is Wilkins. One hand finish, wouldn't go, but a foul called.
The Dreamers, coaching staff and players are a little upset with these last couple of calls. They have not gone their way. And they can't let it get to them. Oh,
Wilkins misses the front end.
The audience was making noise, and it looks like it distracted the free throw shooter.
He gets the second one.
Wilkins hits the second.
It's a 1-point Goldsboro lead.
Eminem with the ball.
Ball out of bounds. That is a great play by Best to go over and get it.
Yeah.
But then Wilkins out of bounds, and it'll belong to the Dreamers.
Coach Carroll calls timeout.
3:04 to go, a 1-point game. Rusty, we've had a good one here this afternoon.
Oh, excellent game. I mean, it's, you don't have to be a fan of either team to just enjoy this basketball. These are two really good teams. I like the fact that Goldsboro just has never given up. But the thing that's been great is to see the second half by players that just didn't produce at the same quantity in the first half, but they are out here balling. I love it.
As we mentioned, the Dreamers got the come from behind win at Goldsboro. Wings looking to return the favor.
Yeah.
So Dreamers will have some time off after this one. They don't play again until June 6th. They're at the North Carolina Capitals and back up here on Sunday.
The 7th.
The 7th to close out the regular season against the North Carolina Coyotes.
Yeah. It looks like teams are getting those breaks somewhere in the season. Basically, both teams are in the bonus because the Dreamers are sitting on 4, so the next time they foul, Goldsboro will be shooting 2.
Inbound pass, Chris Knight. Out to Miller for 3.
Oh.
Wouldn't go. Johnson gets the rebound. Miller gets whistled for the foul at half court on Clark.
That means Clark will be shooting too. .248 to go with Clark at the line shooting too.
A fan tried to scream as he was releasing the ball, but he still hit it. Appreciate the effort from the fan, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Didn't work that time either as Clark hits them both.
Clark's got a pretty good stroke.
Warner quickly ahead. Miller in front of the Goldsboro bench. Back to Warner. Ball fumbled by Washington. Out of bounds. Wings ball as Miller had the effort to try to save it. There's a jumper for Clark. Good. Wings by 5, just over 2 to play.
Chris Knight on the block.
Ball knocked out of his hands. He's able to get it back.
8 seconds on the shot clock.
Taylor,
oh, nice!
Shot good and a foul. Taylor can get the Dreamers within 2. He hits this free throw. Taylor doesn't get it. Great play by Knight to tip it to Miller. Knight takes the jumper. No good. Foul called. Love the effort by Knight there.
Absolutely. And it looks like Goldsboro's getting a little taste of some of that officiating medicine.
First one off the mark.
Nice.
Gets the second one. Wings by 2. We're under 2 to play. Shot no good. Ball knocked around. Warner tried to save it. Jumper wouldn't go for Wilkins. Dreamers control it.
Down by 2. They don't have to rush.
Miller into the paint.
Oh!
Miller with a tough finish, and we're tied at 111.
Great drive.
Under 90 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. Clark underneath Johnson, no good, gets the rebound, but then it's taken by Jamal Washington. Washington fouled on his way up.
Jamal Washington shooting 2. Game tied at 111 each. We got to hit these free throws. We've missed a couple here in this fourth quarter.
First one, no good.
It's funny.
Missed them both.
You see these guys hit some crazy shots and long threes and sometimes just shooting a free throw.
Half-court pressure.
He makes up for it with great defense.
Washington able to get the steal as he gets it to Taylor. Taylor
Oh,
underneath.
nice.
Knight fouled. Knight with a chance to put Park City in front with 51 seconds left.
They, if Park City loses this game, they can't say they didn't have their opportunities. They've got to be better in this second, in the game at the free throw line.
First one is good. Dreamers by 1. Knight looking to make it a 2-point advantage. Free throw, no good. Johnson on the rebound. We're under 50 seconds to go. It's Clark.
It was a push off.
Shot.
Oh, yeah.
Rebound to Jamal Washington. Washington fouled at midcourt by Johnson. Timeout on the floor.
Yeah, this has been an excellent game. Both teams battling. I'm very impressed with Goldsboro. We have a pause in the action with the video, but we're going to keep this audio going. 34.6 seconds to go, and Jamal Washington's at the line where he's shooting 2. Oh, video's back up. Oh, come on.
Apologize for the difficulties we're having with our camera feed at the moment, trying to get that fixed. Obviously, at this juncture of the game.
Oh, Jamal hits the second one.
Jamal got the second one. We'll go with a radio type feed for now. Here is Best underneath. Lost it. Here comes Warner. Taylor tried to go underneath, lost the ball.
16 seconds to go. Goldsboro's throwing the ball in.
So here we go. It's Artis in to Wilkins. Wilkins past Taylor.
Wilkins shoots
pulls up for a 3. Way too strong. Ball out of bounds. Will belong to Goldsboro with 9 seconds left.
Goldsboro wants a timeout.
Timeout taken by Goldsboro.
I really hope our Dreamers hold on, but they've got to be kicking themselves with those missed free throws.
9 seconds left. Rusty, if you're a coach, Ron Cooper of the Goldsboro Wings, what are you drawing up here?
They have some excellent three-point shooters, but I'm going to the basket because they've got some great finishers. But maybe even if they're not able to make the basket, if they get a foul called, they only need 2 free throws to tie this thing up.
Well, Wilkins has had the hot hand here in the second half, so you think he's getting the ball?
I tell you what, Wilkins has had the hot hand, but Clark and Best have been dynamite.
Inbound pass stolen by Warner. He gets it ahead to Taylor. Did they call the foul?
Yeah,
yes, they did.
They
okay.
called the foul, yeah. And I think Goldsboro wanted that foul. They didn't mind that being called.
Again, I apologize. I don't know what the issue is. We're having with the camera feed here. Might be a bad cable. Try to get that figured out. Our apologies again. It's back on now. 5 seconds left. And it will be Charles Taylor to shoot 2.
If he can hit both of these, it's going to be difficult for Goldsboro.
First one rims out. Second one, good.
Goldsboro needs a 3. Now, they have some guys that can shoot.
All right, well, we've seen Wilkins knocked out some threes. I mean, you basically have 3 options here if you're Goldsboro. You've got Wilkins, you've got Best, you've got Clark, all of whom can hit from behind the arc.
Yeah. It'd be interesting what they draw up. I think, even though Wilkins has been really hot this half, Best looks like the best
option.
The best pure shooter, the best option. So who's going to be checking Best is going to be good. Okay, it looks like Warner's going to be checking Best. And you don't be afraid to foul because then they're only shooting 2. That's a strategy a lot of coaches employ.
Here is
foul
Best.
while on the floor. Foul
3
him on the
seconds
floor.
left. Throws it up. That's no good. Out of bounds. It'll be Dreamer's ball.
Excellent defense.
With 0.2 on the clock. A great defensive sequence there for Park City, and it's over. The Dreamers have won their 4th in a row. They win it 114 to 111.
Oh, that was a great. And Chris would tell them, night. The Dreamers are allowing them to have a good night's rest for their fans, while this was a nightmare for the Wings.
Rusty, obviously we're happy with the outcome, but just like you said earlier, even if you're not a fan of either of these teams, this was a great basketball game.
Great basketball game. This team traveled up from Goldsboro, and you look and you go, their guards are pretty small, but those guys were balling. I got to tell you, I was very impressed with Clark and Best, and then the way Wilkins just came out in that second half. This was a talented Goldsboro team. Really a good team, and I got to give Coach Brian Carroll all the credit in the world because he went with his solid lineup in the last minutes of the game, and they did not disappoint. They missed some very, very key free throws, but they were able to pull it out. I mean, you had guys step up in that second half. Charles Taylor, not only did he score a lot in the second half, but he played some excellent defense. Jamal Washington went in that second half, and I think he got close to 20 in the second half. And Chris Knight, of course, made some big shots. Justin, do you have a Prince William Sports and Entertainment player of the game?
I mean, I know we had him last week, but I think with the second half he had, you got to go with Jamal Washington.
I think so. Now, I will tell you, Jamal, you almost blew it, bro, when you missed the free throws. But we gonna keep it all love And I will say I have no problem with the Jamal Washington, but I want to give Charles Taylor some love too. I was very impressed with how he played in the second half, and if we can, I want to go because that defense was very important. And Antonio Warner didn't score, but they did a good job locking down those guards in the last few minutes. So I'd like to offer up a split player of the game between Jamal Washington and Charles Taylor. That offensive and defensive mix, I think, was vital.
114, 111. It's just amazing how the Dreamers have turned their season around.
Yeah. No, what is this? 4 in a row?
4 in a row.
5 overall? I mean, come on now. You got to give these guys credit. They did not quit. And I think, got to give a lot of credit to Coach Carroll. He worked on his lineup. Looks like they've focused on running the offense, playing solid defense, and finding out what they do well as a team. So very impressed with our Dreamers.
Well, actually, here, let's see if we can get Jamal. Hey, Jamal, can we get you? Switch out the camera real quick. We'll wait till Rusty gets back.
He was trying to get Charles. You
Yeah,
looking
yeah.
for him? I'll go get him. Well, I want to see if our points match up. What do you have?
Taylor had 21. I have Washington at 23 again.
Okay. As soon as he finishes, I got to run for my wife. Yeah.
We'll try to make it quick.
Hey, what's up? Okay.
Justin Richards and Rusty Bird. Post game here, joined by Charles Taylor. Charles, congrats on the win, number 4 in a row. What happened out there?
Honestly, it's a dogfight every time. We got to come out prepared to work hard, give our all. That's really it.
Charles, you and Jamal are our and most valuable players of the game. You both had a strong second half, and we'll get Jamal in a second. But you also, one of the reasons I wanted to make sure you were acknowledged is because of your defense. Is that something you take pride in?
Yeah, nothing but hard work, effort, pride, heart.
Yeah, it looked like they put you on some of those guys, those scores, and you were able to, when you got guys that can score, you can't always stop, but you definitely slowed them down, made them be stressed, and that's what worked out to me in the second half. Not just your scoring. Again, you had 21 points based on what our records say, but your defense was really impressive to me.
Yeah, as a team overall, we're buying into a system. We're trusting one another. We're believing one another, and we're starting to work together as a unit.
Yeah, no doubt.
All right, Charles Taylor, thank you so much.
Right.
Our
Jamal.
co-MVP will get Jamal Washington.
Good job, dog.
All right, now we're joined by Jamal Washington. Last week, you had 23 against the Carolina Panthers. Today, 23 against the Goldsboro Wings. 4th win in a row. What happened out there today?
Again, as I said last week, it's just us connecting. As Charles said too, we just connected as a team. We had a little setback in the third or fourth quarter, but again, we just had to get our heads right. Again, me being the hothead that I am, all all over the refs, I had to just take a breath, calm down a little bit, get the team together, and then of course Manny is a big part of that, getting everybody in the huddle, getting everybody together just to settle down, to relax, and just play basketball how we're supposed to play, playing together, playing defense, and getting stopped. As you said, Charles, our main guy, and being able to guard anybody, even in practice, like we don't take it as a joke. Like we're playing against each other all the time, and it's competitive. So we got to make sure that nobody's able to score on us.
Yeah, I saw when he came in, and I was like, oh, okay, because their guy Wilkins started getting really hot in the second half. But then, I thought Charles did an excellent job and really shut him down in the key parts at the end of the game.
For sure.
And so, Jamal, what is it that you've done this year to make you kind of really stand out and blossom over the last couple of games? Is anything you're doing different? Is it something the coaches or just overall as a team?
As I keep saying, like me being a hothead, that's something I definitely had to change. It's been a problem since I was in high school, but as I've grown and even as me coaching as I have been, like I've seen like how that can affect your game so much. So me calming down, actually letting the game come to me, not being so frustrated, and then letting it actually come, like I said, everything works out how it's supposed to be, for sure. And then again, as the coaches are, they're on us. But again, like I keep saying, it's a big part of our team coming together and not getting frustrated at each other, because coaches are getting mad. Refs aren't going to make the right calls. We're not going to make all the same shots. So it's going to be times where we got to get each other up, make sure we have the support that we have for each other on the court.
Yeah, I've ref with some of those guys out there. Derek Baker, one of the tall guys. We've refed together for over 30 years. He's an excellent official.
Sure.
But I tell you, and I know it gets a little frustrating, but it in the overall, it balances out. And, I know you guys are frustrated at times, or you're frustrated at times, but I thought overall, we looked at the fouls in the way, the second half was a little more physical, so they called it. But I thought you guys kept your cool.
For sure.
Bruh, but I'm gonna tell you this: if you missed those free throws, I was about to. But y'all pulled it out, all good. I know you know what to do with it.
Exactly.
But I'm just gonna let you know, bro. You missed them free throws. I'm like, but it wasn't just you. But doesn't matter right now. Y'all got the win, and I'm very proud of you. Keep doing your stuff, bro.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I got shoot 200 free throws.
Not
100, 200 now.
So you say you coach? Have you coached some?
Yeah, I do. I coach with Colonial Forge right now for the past 2 years that I have been. And I train myself as well. Yeah.
Okay, coul. Good stuff. Yeah.
Got to stay around the game for sure.
Yeah, no doubt. All right. What would you say, Coach? What would you say, Jamal, the player, as a coach?
To me, I got to do better. Of course, keeping my temper, getting in the paint, staying on 2 feet, and then I would say defensively, not letting my man get position where he's supposed to. So I got to fight way before. I know I was playing bigger, because I played against bigger guys and little guards as well. So it's like I do have to make sure that, like in this game, I have to make sure that I'm fighting with him, make sure I'm doing my work before he's even trying to get open before that.
Oh, cool. I'll let Justin close us out. But one thing, and we actually had Dr. Robert Levine on with us, and he talks about the athlete form. The one thing I will tell you that I have been impressed with you these last couple of weeks has been your confidence. I know as a coach myself, as a player, sometimes it's, you'll have these guys, I call them like these guys that were like street ball All-Americans, but can't do it in the game. But I saw your confidence. Like, you didn't waver. Like, you didn't let missing the free throw bother you. You hit key threes. You went to the basket. You played good defense. And so that confidence is key. So keep it up.
I appreciate that.
Yep, no doubt.
Congrats on win number 4 in a row. I mean, it's just amazing the way you guys have turned the season around. Looking forward to seeing how you closed it out the last weekend against the Capitals, and then back here on that Sunday against the Coyotes.
Yep, we were excited for it as well. Thank you all for having us.
All right. Thank you very much.
Appreciate you.
So, Rusty, we go home happy today. Dreamers win their 4th in a row, 114-111 over Goldsboro. So,
yeah.
So, right. Rusty Bird, you have the last word.
All right. Look, I'm just excited. This Dreamers team has really put in the work. They're gelling as a squad. And like I said, look, Rusty Bird's last word is go Dreamers.
All right. Well, that wraps up our coverage this evening. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast. We'll be back on the air June 7th when the Dreamers host the North Carolina Coyotes. Good night from Potomac.